Ash and his friends continue their journey towards Vermilion City. As Ash watches a herd of wild Spearows with his binoculars, Brock consults a map, and Misty grows impatient to reach the city. Brock startles Misty by saying there's a bug in her pants, but it's actually just a blade of grass. Annoyed, Misty kicks Brock in the face. Following the path, the group arrives at Route 24, which leads to Vermilion City. Misty moves ahead and finds the shadow of a giant Pokémon, which is actually a weakened Charmander on top of a large rock. Ash tries to capture it, but Charmander refuses to be caught, and Pikachu informs them that the Pokémon is waiting for its trainer. The group arrives at a small Pokémon center, and it starts raining. They go inside, but Charmander continues waiting outside, shielding itself from the rain with a leaf. At the Pokémon Center, they hear Damian, a trainer, mention that he abandoned his weak Charmander in the forest and tricked the Pokémon into waiting for him. Ash and his friends confront Damian, who refuses to go get Charmander. They then rush to find Charmander in the rain, saving it from being attacked by Spearows. They take Charmander to the Pokémon Center for treatment and intensive care. The next day, Charmander disappears, and the group believes it went back to the rock to wait for Damian. Meanwhile, Team Rocket sets a trap for Ash and his friends, but Charmander helps them escape and defeats Team Rocket. Damian tries to reclaim Charmander after seeing it in action, but the Pokémon finally realizes the truth and rejects its former trainer. Ash offers Charmander to join his team, and accepting the offer, Charmander joins them on their journey. Ash, happily, walks towards Vermilion City with his friends Misty and Brock, but they fall into a hole created by 5 mischievous Squirtless wearing sunglasses. After getting out of the hole, Ash uses his Pokédex to learn more about the Pokémon and tries to capture one of them. Pikachu fights a Squirtle, but the police arrive, and the Squirtless flee. Officer Jenny introduces herself and takes the protagonists to her police station. She explains that the Squirtless are a gang called the Squirtle Squad, who were abandoned by their trainers and now cause trouble in the city. Meanwhile, Team Rocket spies on the protagonists and, after being ambushed by the Squirtless, try to convince them to work together to capture Pikachu. Meowth gains the Squirtle's trust by pretending that Jessie and James are his trained pets. At another moment, the Squirtless imprison Pikachu, Ash, and his friends in a cave. Ash convinces the Squirtless to let him out to fetch a super potion to heal Pikachu. While Ash is out, Team Rocket robs a store, obtaining flash bombs and kidnapping Pikachu. Ash arrives at an old bridge and almost falls into the river, being attacked by a Goldeen. He meets Gary, who accidentally knocks him unconscious while leaving a store. The next day, Ash wakes up to the noise of Team Rocket stealing from the store. He manages to buy the super potion but is mistaken for a thief by the employees. Officer Jenny helps him and takes him by motorcycle to the cave to rescue Pikachu and his friends. With Charmander's help, Ash finds a secret entrance to the cave. He encounters Meowth and the Squirtless and confronts them about his friends' whereabouts. Misty and Brock appear, and Ash hands them the super potion to heal Pikachu. Team Rocket returns and throws bombs in the area. Ash and the Squirtless work together to defeat them and save Pikachu. The bombs cause a forest fire, but the Squirtless extinguish the flames by working together. Officer Jenny hands the Squirtless a diploma for saving the town and appoints them firefighters. Ash, Misty, and Brock continue their journey, and the leader of the Squirtless decides to join Ash's team. With their new friend, the protagonists move on to their next destination. Lost once again in the forest, Ash, Misty, and Brock try to find a way out. It has been some time since Ash left his home in Pallet Town to begin his Pokémon adventure. He has already earned 2 badges, the Boulder Badge and the Cascade Badge, although Misty claims that he got those badges out of pity from Brock and her sisters. Ash has 6 Pokémon on his team: Pikachu, Pidgeotto, Butterfree, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Misty comments that Ash didn't catch them, but he was lucky that they followed him, and she and Brock helped him. Indignant, Ash runs to a small beach to prove he is a great trainer, capable of capturing any Pokémon. He encounters a wild Krabby and tries to capture it, but when he does, the Pokeball disappears. Misty and Brock explain that a trainer can only carry 6 Pokémon, and the others are sent elsewhere. Ash finds out that his Krabby was sent to Professor Oak's laboratory. The 3 friends see a distant lighthouse and decide to go there to find a phone, a bed, and someone who can help them figure out where they are. They arrive at the lighthouse and discover that it belongs to Bill, a young Pokémon researcher who knows even more about Pokémon than Professor Oak. Meanwhile, Team Rocket plans to steal the rare Pokémon in Bill's lighthouse and climb the cliff to enter. Inside the lighthouse, Bill is dressed as a Kabuto and asks Ash for help taking off the costume. He explains that he studies extinct species of Pokémon and is currently researching a specific Pokémon, a gigantic Dragonite, who lives alone and seeks friends and family. They hear Dragonites cry and see it out at sea. Team Rocket attacks Dragonite, who reacts furiously and destroys the top of the lighthouse before leaving. The next day, Ash asks Bill about the Pokémon species, but he doesn't know. They realize that although Bill is a researcher and Ash is a trainer, their goals are the same: to catch and train Pokémon and learn more about them. The 3 friends say goodbye to Bill and continue their journey, hoping to discover more about the wonderful world of Pokémon. After 2 weeks lost, Ash, Misty, and Brock finally arrive in Vermilion City. Happy and excited, each decides to do something different. Misty wants to take a good bubble bath, Brock wants to go to the laundromat, and Ash wants to find the city's Pokémon gym. However, Pikachu is very tired and hungry, as is the rest of the group. The 3 go to the Pokémon Center, where Ash hands his Pokeballs to Nurse Joy to heal his Pokémon. Noticing that everyone is surprised by her resemblance to her cousins, she assures them that she is still the prettiest. Suddenly, a boy rushes into the center with a Chansey carrying a severely injured Rattata on a stretcher. Brock wonders what happened, and Nurse Joy comments that it's the 15th Pokémon brought in like this during the month. This is due to everyone losing against the city's gym leader, Lieutenant Surge. Ash deduces that he must be very strong, and Misty says Ash is scared, suggesting that maybe it's a good idea to stop collecting badges. Ash and his friends arrive at the gym, and Misty warns Ash that he still has time to back out, but he assures her that he doesn't need to, as he will win. Upon entering the gym, 2 strange people warn the leader that another victim has arrived to be sent to the emergency room. Lieutenant Surge appears, a tall, burly man in military attire, wearing a necklace and open jacket, showing off his impressive abdominal muscles. He thinks Misty is his opponent, but Ash protests, saying he is the one who wants to fight. During the battle, Pikachu is defeated by Raichu, Lieutenant Surge's Pokémon. At the Pokémon Center, Ash and his friends discuss whether Pikachu should evolve using a Thunder Stone to have a chance of winning. However, Pikachu decides to fight again on behalf of all unevolved Pikachus. Team Rocket, who had been watching everything, is moved by the scene. Ash and Pikachu decide to beat Lieutenant Surge on their own. They return to the gym, where the second battle begins. Pikachu uses its agility to dodge Raichu's attacks, and eventually manages to defeat the leader's electric Pokémon. Ash earns the well-deserved Thunder Badge from Lieutenant Surge, who congratulates him and stops calling him baby. At the end of the episode, Team Rocket, who had watched the entire battle and been happy with Pikachu's victory, still think he is a special Pokémon worth stealing. Meowth suggests that, when they steal him, they could earn their own badges. In the previous episode, Ash defeated gym leader Lieutenant Surge and earned his 3rd badge. Now, along with his friends Misty and Brock, they head to Vermilion City's harbor. Upon seeing a large ship, they imagine how pleasant it would be to cruise the ocean on it, but become discouraged when they realize they can't afford it. Jesse and James, disguised as two suspicious girls, approach and offer free tickets to the luxurious Saint and ship, convincing them to accept. Team Rocket and Giovanni plan their next move at a nearby lighthouse. Giovanni informs them that his men are infiltrated on the ship and, when they receive the signal, they will steal all the Pokémon from trainers on board. Ash and his friends board the Saint and encounter many trainers and shops selling Pokémon-related items. Ash gets involved in a battle against a trainer with Eradicate, which ends in a tie. Meanwhile, Team Rocket works on board serving drinks, observing the trainers. James is tricked by a man selling a Magikarp, convincing him that he could get rich by breeding this Pokémon. Ash, Misty, and Brock enjoy a feast and meet the trainer Ash fought earlier. He suggests that Ash and he trade their Pokémon Raticate for Butterfree to expand the friendship between Pokémon and humans. Ash agrees and they trade Pokémon. James discovers he was tricked with the Magikarp, and Jessie and Meowth are furious. Ash looks at his Raticate's Pokeball and worries if the trainer will take good care of his Butterfree. He regrets the trade and decides to get his Butterfree back. Meanwhile, Giovanni puts his plan into action, and trainers fight against Team Rocket's soldiers. A storm approaches, and the ship begins to rock violently. Ash trades back his Butterfree and everyone, except Ash, Misty, Brock, and Team Rocket, abandons the ship in lifeboats. The Saint turns upside down and begins to sink into the ocean, with Ash, Misty, Brock, and Team Rocket unconscious inside.